What's poppin', T Subs, the T Squad? Happy Wednesday to y'all, child. Ooh, my neck is still so stiff. My neck been stiff since yesterday. So if I turn my head and it look like I'm in pain, it's because I am. So, child, yesterday, yesterday, I finally had the chance to really sit down, and watch one of Carlos King's interviews with the LAMA cast. And I saw the recent one that he did with Stormy. Shout out to Stormy, okay, because she ain't one of them two bougie bras, okay? Always in the club, holding up the wall. Now dig this. Y'all about to get a taste of the way Stormy do it down there in the H. Her say, period. She can't help who she is when they play her shit, okay? She just let it dance every time a beat drop, period. Shout out to Stormy. Listen, personally, and I'm more than sure, it's gonna be some people that's gonna get into the comments and say this and say that. And don't get me wrong, I totally understand, the PR game. I understand, you know, having a PR team. I understand, knowing when to turn it on, turn it off. And I agree with all of that. But I personally get with the girl that is the roundaway fillet that knows who she is, and this is who she is, this is how it is, and take it or leave it. I can rock with that versus the girls who have to put on this cookie cutter image, this Bravo image, this VH1 image, this whatever type of whatever. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the girl that is just the girl. I appreciate the guy that is just the guy. It's not all of this extra, extra, yada, yada. And that's what I appreciate about Stormy. I personally enjoyed the interview. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really like to watch interviews like talking about it because a lot of times it just be long, drawn out, repetitive questions and answers that we already know we're gonna get. What I enjoyed about this interview was Stormy was cussing her ass off and all of the rest of that. And you know what I'm saying? No shade. Now people gon' call that whatever they want to call it because they just don't like Stormy. Fine, have your opinions. When I first I'm not gonna get on my high horse. When Stormy first came up here, I was not a fan of Stormy. Everybody knows that. I'm the one that called her fish lips. All right. I was not a fan of Stormy when Stormy first came up here, but it had less to do with her ghetto attitude or her ratchicity or or her ghetto fab projectic ratchicity. Yes, God. But more to do with it being more so like I always felt, a repeat of Destiny situation. Coming up here, wanting to be male's attack dog, wanting to be down and cool with males so much, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, and you start to lose you. She started coming out of that in the middle of last season, and that was when I started to notice her more, much like how I was with Destiny. And I told Destiny this on her interview. Girl, I ain't see it for you when you first came up here. I did not like you at all. Pregnant at all, I ain't see it for you. It wasn't until she started having a mind of her own and it stopped being about her just being on the melody the whole scenes or whatever, that she started to have more personality and I started to dig her. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you, Stormy. My point of all of that is continue to be you and do not change yourself to make other people accept you. If they don't like you for you and who you are and what you got to bring to the table, screw them. All right, screw them. At the end of the day, we all some old assholes. At the end of the day, too old to be caring about who like us. Too old to be just wanting to be down with somebody or be somebody's friend or whatever the case may be. Speaking of friends, perfect segue. We get down to her and Melody's friendship. Now, it was what I always had a feeling that it was, and that is they weren't friends. They didn't even know each other. All right, to let Stormy tell it, Melody was supposed to be an ambassador for her. And the teams, Melody team and Stormy team, was in communication. Not so much Stormy and Melody. It only became she came on the show because the people was like, well, Melody, she's on Love Marriage Huntsville. That's her own show. So you know what I'm saying? You get up here, you can do your brand and do all that good stuff, let the people know so and so, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. That's basically what that was. All right. And then I guess, Carlos liked her, or whatever the case. And listen, to let me tell it, Melody needed friends because she was falling out with everybody on the show. She wasn't cool with Letitia, Marceau, Maurice. She was all right with Kimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was getting into it with Miss Wanda. She was getting into it with Leisure Suit. The only people that she was really filming with was her churn, and Kimmy here and there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, in my opinion, her and Destiny fell out, so that won't rocking. You know, the only scene she had was with Churn and Evangelist Nessa. you know. So in my opinion, I just feel like they wanted to test her. My opinion, I just feel like they wanted to test her to see how she would do, and they would just bring her on as Melody's friend, so Melody could have another ally up on the show, and so on and so forth. I forgot Tiffany was there. Girl, ugh. Another thing that she had cleared up was her timeline. She moved to Huntsville back in 2012. She didn't move to Huntsville just so that she could be up on the show, because that was a rumor that was going around, okay? So y'all could kill that all together. She's been living in Huntsville since 2012. I think she said Courtney is from Huntsville. So, I mean, yeah. Everybody wanted to say that Carlos was being messy and wanted to make Mel out to be a liar because he said that she had just recently moved to Huntsville or whatever, but she didn't. So somehow, some way, it all got turned on Carlos being a liar. I mean, fine. Listen, let her whole house have it. All right, I'm finna let Carlos windmill for himself, girl. I ain't finna sit up here and windmill for people. Anywho, I already talked about that. She said that Courtney really wasn't on board with doing the show at first because Courtney is a very private person. You know what I'm saying? Courtney, but Courtney see the bigger picture because it'll help put Stormy's brand out there, which it has. So it did what it was supposed to do. So I'm down for Courtney realizing the bigger picture. But listen, Courtney was made for reality TV because Stormy said she was really shocked and befuddled and confused at his stance when it came to him not wanting to have no more kids. She said because the conversations they had always been different. She was the one that was like apprehensive, but he would have been on board either way. So she said when he said that to her on camera, that was her natural and honest reaction. She was confused. She didn't expect for him to say that on camera. That's why I say he's made for reality TV. He claimed he don't like it and he don't want to be up there. He was made for it because he did make that scene interesting. But that was cute though. Um, Carlos feeling like Stormy fits the mold and the brand of LAMH. He said no shade to nobody else, but she was who she is, and she got it from the ground up, and it was self-made, and so on and so forth. And I understood what he was saying. It was no shade to nobody else that was there, because I'm older sure people are gonna try to misconstrue that it's him shade Melody or whatever the case may be. No, no, no. I just believe it was him giving her individual flowers. And in the grand scheme of things, I understand what he's saying. Stormy does fit the mode of LAMH. I mean, she does. She is self-made. This was a business or a thing that she had from the ground up. Man, I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, no shade. So, from that standpoint, I get what it is that he's saying. But y'all gonna interpret it however y'all fine. Do what y'all do. He gonna win there for himself. So Stormy brings up the situation when she was in college and she was unhappy with what she was doing. So much so it made her depressed. So much so she tried to unalive herself. And it was after she went through that experience, she decided to quit school. Okay. She said she only had about 30 more hours or so credits left before she was eligible to graduate and so on and so forth. And she quit because she was unhappy. That wasn't what she wanted to do. She didn't want to major in art, become an artist, and blah, blah, blah. They know what she wanted to do. She wanted to do hair. And she quit school and went to hair school. And she made a product and she was only using it on her clients, and her clients was telling her how other people wanted to buy it because it was working for their hair. And Stormy was like, nah, I really don't do that, I just use it on y'all, and so on and so. And she just decided to one day get up, sell it in the store, and it sold out the first day. And she just kept selling it, and you know blessings blossom. And now here she is. So shout out to you, Stormy. I'ma just goes to show you don't never give up, child. Okay, what God has for you is for you, girl. Don't you take yourself up out of here. I'm glad you didn't. Because Chess needed his mama. How was we gonna get little Chess if you won't hit? Moving on. This is where I'm glad I take notes, even on interviews, because it was a lot. Um, Miss Betty, dear Lord God Almighty. Um, You know what's funny? I hit Stormy up on Instagram. I commented under one of her reels that she did, and I told her I need her and Miss Betty to come on the show, and she said definitely. I got to have them around here, child, because Stormy and Mama Betty is a kiki, and you want to know why? They remind me so much of Mimi and her mama, Mama Candy. May she rest in peace. Um, their relationship reminds me so much of them too. It's hilarious, child. Because Mama Betty said what she said, and what she said is what she said. And screw how any of y'all hoe hounds feel around there. Okay, she don't give a damn about y'all leader, y'all pack, nothing that y'all got going on around there, girl. She could care less. She is the ultimate dog catcher, and she will euthanize each and every last one of y'all that come around there to her yard about her damn child, and I'm on her side. But Mama Betty, I gotta call you to the podium, friend. Mama Betty, I gotta call you to the podium, friend. First and foremost, you have no business being in those Facebook chats, all right? And I know you ain't gonna listen to a damn thing I'm saying, and that's fine. You ain't gotta listen. But I'ma say it any damn way. You ain't got no business being around there commenting, posting, retweeting, responding, clapping back, or doing anything in them damn Facebook chats. Okay, listen, I don't even want to be around there, and I'm floating notorious around there. I don't want to be nowhere around there, my baby. Why do you want to be around there going back and forth with them people when your daughter is on the show? She's absolutely right. And here's the thing, you may not care, Mama Betty, and that's fine. But I do feel like if your daughter is telling you, "My, listen, I don't want that blowback. You can handle that. I can't, especially when it has nothing to do with me. I didn't even say anything, but I'm going to catch it because you my mama." Just off the strength of that. It stay from around there, Mama Betty, please. It ain't nothing but trouble around there. Them people like to dox people. Them people like to call folk jobs. Them people like to boycott people's shit because that's what they tried to do with your daughter's products already. Like, Mama Betty, stay from around there. That's one. Two, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Y'all know I always tell y'all, I don't know none of these people personally. So whenever y'all get so upset and in y'all feelings and in y'all bag about the reads that I have for Melody, it irritates me, but it's funny at the same time because it's like, now these people know damn well, because I say it all the time. I don't know these people personally. I don't have a problem with these people personally because I don't know them. I only base how I feel off of what I see on the damn show. All right. I don't have no personal problems with none of them people around there. I really don't. Not personal. It's business up here. And I always tell y'all, if I ever had the chance to meet Melody in person, it would be, "Hey Mel, how you doing?" It ain't gonna be no "What's up, mellow mutt? What's up, melodrama? What's up, mellow head? What's up, mellow muppet? What's up, mellow whatever?" Yeah, know, all the little monikers I give her, whatnot. It ain't gonna be none of that because, again, I don't know her personally. You know what I'm saying? Mama Betty, I say all that to say this. Mama Betty say, because first of all, Mama Betty was a fan of the show even before Stormy made her first appearance. Let's get that out the way. Mama Betty admitted that she was a fan of the show. She'd been watching this since season one, so on and so forth. And ever since then, she's had her feelings and her opinions about Melody. All right. And she said when she first met her in person, she came to the house. I think Mama Betty said something to the effect of Chess is spoiled. And so Melody said, "Well, yeah, yeah, you're right, Mama Betty. Lil Chess is spoiled. He is spoiled, blah, blah, blah." And she said ever since then she had a problem with her because she felt like she was only agreeing with her because she's Stormy Mama. And Mama, listen, Mama Betty, um, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Mama Betty, I would have much rather you had just said, "Well, I already had my own opinions of her even before I met her because I was a fan of the show. And when I met her in person, I was expecting those feelings would change, and they didn't." I would have much rather expected that answer than for you to get over here and add. You feel as though to get in good with Stormy, or get in good with you, she's just gonna agree with you that Chess is spoiled. And so off of that, you really don't like her, you don't fool with her like that. And even Stormy was like, "Why did that make you feel away?" Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why that would make you feel away or make you upset or make you angry. She's like, like her, like that. Lord have mercy, Jesus, Mama Betty. Child. I mean, I guess Mama Betty, because listen to me, she tied it through too. But I don't know her personally. You do. And if you like, I just feel like out of all of the examples that you could have gave, the only one you decided to give is, well, I just felt like she agreed with me about Chess to just get on my good side, and I don't like that. I mean, I guess whatever, Mama Betty, fine, because it don't matter what I say or anybody else say. How you feel is how you feel. So screw, you know. It's like beating your head up against a dead camel, talking to Mama Betty. No God, I ain't even finna do that. Fine, Mama Betty. Fine. How your opinion, sis? Moving on, Mama Betty. Shout out to you, and I still want you around here. Child, Mama Betty, crazy as a bag of hammers, but I like it though. I do. I do. It was so entertaining, y'all. It is. It was so entertaining. Y'all really should go and watch the interview, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it was. It was entertaining. So Stormy says that she doesn't want to be friends with Melody. She says it's no shade, it's no problem. They cool, they cordial, they could do whatever that they need to do. She ain't got no problems with that woman. She just choose not to be friends with her because of things that were said on interviews. Now, I don't again, I don't watch the interviews, y'all. I don't. Okay. I don't know what Melody said, may have said that made Stormy feel away or whatever the case may be, but she's entitled to have her opinion. All right. She didn't down Melody. She ain't talk about it. She didn't read it down. She didn't even want to answer the question for real, for real. She wanted this to keep it drama free as possible. She did. Can't nobody get mad at Stormy's answers because again, those are her feelings. All right. She said it mostly has to do with Martell because, I guess she feels like Mel feels a way about her and Courtney going to Sheree's party or something like that. I don't know. And Stormy says, well, it was more so Courtney because Courtney and Lee's suit are friends. It really has nothing to do with her. You know what I mean? But again, all roads do lead back to Leisure Suit because that's why Mel has such a damn issue with Destiny because she was still friends with Leisure Suit. But my thing of it is, girl, you still on that? Like, you ain't got the memo by now that these were all of his friends and you just his wife? Like, these are his friends. That's how y'all became cool. Like, I mean, and to let y'all tell it, her and Leisure Suit were whatever. I'm gonna move on from that. I'm gonna move on from that because this ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just crazy to me that they're divorced. Like, why would she still care about that? The husbands are cool. Like, fine, fine, fine. I don't know. That's that. Whatever. That's for y'all to argue about in the comments. So Stormy says that Tiffany gives oxymoron vibes down to her scenes, and she's absolutely 1000% right because you don't know what you're gonna get from Tiffany. You don't know if Tiffany's just gonna be cool, calm, collected, mellow, just chilling, enjoying the vibes, or if she's gonna come there being the Tammy talk a lot, gotta bring this up, gotta bring that up, being shady, being messy, putting socks on her hands, talk about would this be considered a puppet, stuff like that. Like, yeah, that was a good read. That was a really good read, Stormy. I'm down for that read, sis. I liked it a lot. Um, but she say Tiffany cool. She say she love Tiffany. Ain't no issues there. It's just you just don't know what you're gonna get from her. At yeah, fine. Um, but yeah, y'all, that was basically it. I mean, like I say, she tried to skirt around a lot of questions dealing with Melody, and when it was questions that she had to answer, she answered them in a way that can't nobody get mad, can't nobody get upset, can't nobody feel away, can't nobody say she tried to shade her, she tried to do this, she tried. No, she did not. All right. Um, I appreciated her answers. I appreciated her telling her story. I appreciate the emotions, and it's okay to cry, Storm, because emotions make you cry sometimes. It's okay. H Town told us that. It's all right. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much it. Like I said, I enjoyed the interview for what it was. I thought it was cute. Shout out to Mama Betty making an appearance, but Mama Betty, get your shit together, friend. Um, uh, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. Shout out to Carlos. It was a cute interview, and I don't know. I might watch the t-shirts and see what that's giving and do a video about it. I don't know. I might mosey over to Mellow Valley, girl. I don't know, but I'm gone. Bye.